This is Kingsway Street. It is the main street in the capital, Maseru, which was constructed specifically for the visit of the British royal family in 1947, as the events of the day are narrated by those who witnessed the visit. Meshumi Kitumi is an age mate to the Queen.
Well, I think I'm senior by few weeks or so. This is why I had the Dutch courage to try and shout at the motorcade as it was passing through Kingsway to Pitso Ground in 1947. Elizabeth and Margrett then had not been put into a stature where we could refer to her or to them as queens. They were princesses. So we came to Maseru 2 days before their arrival. And already Maseru was bustling with arrangements, final arrangements, not arrangements, but final arrangements for the arrival. They came by train from South Africa. And we were waiting at a very good spot where we would see them and shout. We had small flags. The Union Jack was flying, and the pomp for the visit was unparalleled in our experience. We had never seen anything like that, nor have we seen another like it after that.
When you become a senior citizen, you tell stories. I do have some of those stories. I presented credentials to Her Majesty the Queen some years ago. As you may be aware, I was High Commissioner to London in 1982. And in that private conversation with Her Majesty, she observed one or two things. One was that I had a blanket on. And it was a rather warm, particularly warm day in May. And she said, High Commissioner, I do recognize and identify your attire. Because when I was visiting your great country with my parents, I remember the Basotho horsemen with those colorful blankets of theirs. And then she said, but aren't you feeling a little bit too warm today in it? Which I was. Of course, there were two things involved there. I was warm because I was a little anxious being in front of Her Majesty. I was also warm because, as she observed, the temperatures outside were rather warm for May. And we talked about her visit. She said she was a young age, impressionable age. And one thing she was rather, she chuckled about was when I told her that, and then we got a tarred road for the first time from the border to the Pitso Ground. And I said, that road is still called the Kingsway. She chuckled a little bit about that. And she said, oh, so some of these visits do help in other ways. And I said, yes, that is quite so, Your Majesty.
I'm Rapelang Radebe for SABC News, Lesotho.